This guy saying,
I want to say more. Woman pay me lepra. Woman pay me. Welcome back to another episode, guys. I'm sure you're wondering what's happening. There's two niggas in front of you don't know. Now these niggas are standing in for me and my other homeboy. But today, you'll know what it is. It's 2024. Is it right?
Yeah, that's the year.
Mo's here. The boys are going to intro themselves. They're going to tell you about themselves a little bit, and then they're going to get straight into the point. Don't mind the noise behind. We have a dog that's a stray. Anyways, so leave my wife fine.
THANDO writes, storyteller, wordsmith, often confused for a poet, yeah.
Poetry.
I started with poetry.
Poetry.
Well, most people know me as a poet, but I'm actually like a writer, a wordsmith.
Yes.
100%. MENZI N, aka MENZI. I'm a visual artist from the South Coast. Logish Lam Kamalaki 039. Thank you for having me on the podcast, my friend. So, Zangena is THANDO. So, I'm trying to check it out. To invite me to podcast with some creative household from the South Coast.
We've been meaning to do a podcast.
Yes. So yeah. Such an honor to be here. So
We just decided let's just go ahead with it.
1000%.
You're local host.
So like I feel like when I first met MENZI, like there was just that energy about him, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I kind of had a feeling that this guy is an artist of some sort, and you know I was right. It's the way he was talking about creativity. There was just this idea in my head that okay, as you know, like Miss Bonana 40, like let's discuss art. That's when he actually told me that, nah, dude, listen, like I actually do the art. And I think one of your inverted commas most famous pieces of art, I think Ilega, what's her name, Zimas, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
and
Zimas.
that's when I knew that okay, no, that this dude is going far. And I think that's when that whole thing started.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like, and this guy, like, you know what you're doing. And like I like the fact that you're actually inspiring Abanya Band to actually do the same thing, because I feel like as you know, as artists, you often find yourself in a space of vulnerability, and when you can actually just get out of your comfort zone, because I feel like if you can do that, people will then see that okay, what this guy is doing is something that I can do as well.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like just leaving your safety space. What does Kanye West say? Shoot for the stars, even if you fall. Well, shoot for the moon, some shit
for the
around that.
stars,
And if you fall, you land on the clouds.
clouds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that's what MENZI now are actually able to do. And, you know, as a result, like, I just think that we're at a point in our lives whereby this is literally what we want to do. Kage, Zibakwana girls on 9 to 5 from Tabuya 7, and I feel like when you're at work, you can't really be a visual artist unless you get work wants you to be, you know what I'm saying, like you're a visual artist, So people just come up with excuses that I can't do this, I can't do art because I'm holding the work. No, you find time to actually do your art. And like your art is just like a form of self-expression. Like you can actually just sit down with yourself, have a conversation with yourself,
just like when it comes to storytelling, like for you it's literature, it's words. For me it's visuals, it's music, but it's nice to incorporate whatever you can do in whatever when it mixed media is in. But I feel like for writers, so like coming back to my pieces, because you do my pieces, you write stories, pertaining to literature.
But like
it promotes within like coast everywhere, like because mind you, we're moving into a space of intellectual property, copyright, licensing.
Those are the things that people don't talk about.
And a lot of people don't know about it.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm actually glad you brought that up, because like a lot of people just feel like Again, I'm not into that creative space, but there's also the business aspect behind it.
Too much.
Right. So if you can actually, like, I understand that, you just wanna, you just wanna, like, because it's like a form of self-expression, right? You just
Maybe just wants to draw.
Yeah.
All the other admin and
you see,
trademarks.
You see, like, that's the thing. Like, you can tell people about, okay, but also tell them about, listen, which is why so many artists, they've always got like a backup. They always do anything in business management. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is just something that I've noticed. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Mawe too. Like, he's 2009, 2010. Like, and some warning. Whoa.
It's a recording error. Too many tracks recording. So
Continue talking, guys.
So yeah, Umawethu.
He came up with that song with, like, This Is the Light, if I'm not mistaken. Him and I.
You know Umawethu?
Yeah, I don't think anyone doesn't know Umawethu.
No, sing show way, like on that, like
Personally.
personally.
No. I know it sounded as if.
Yeah,
but here's the thing. Lolo Cafe, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh,
right? All of my brothers are they into a house.
Wait, Lulu Cafe.
Lulu Cafe is literally.
Who's Mawitu?
Mawitu is his younger brother.
But he does like some sort of soul.
Is he local? Like, is he local?
No, I haven't heard of.
It's like hip hop, but in the soul.
Oh,
he's
got
sort
that
of like
last time
he's sort of like Usolo. You're familiar with Usolo?
Yeah.
Dude, I feel like whenever they mention Usolo, they're like, dude, that's married to Utino Muketsi. But anyway, which is crazy.
To think that Solo was there first.
Solo, he was
there first.
He was solo,
right?
Like he was there.
He was solo before there was the wife.
People don't know that, but here's the thing: they've been dating for a very long time. But anyway, if I feel to back to Umawe, he started off. I don't know him personally. I feel like I should emphasize on. I don't know him personally, but he started off like better art. Here's what I do. I don't just say Ndiobhala and I'm trying to. It's a process. Like, I'll have conversations with Abantu and I'll actually take those conversations and sort of turn them into a story. Because I did that, like the first full-blown story with 6,000, 7,000 words that I wrote was like, this was like 2012. And around that time, like, there were a lot of heartbreaks going on. Because like poetry is sort of like matters of the heart. Like when I did that, when I came out with the first with my first full-length body of work, I was taking those conversations, whatever I'd see in Kakwe, conversations with people, and I actually took that and I turned that into a story. So with you, I know about, okay, now we don't do the same thing, but like one of our conversations were banned, and you'll take that and it'll sort of like inspire you. That's that's basically what I did.
Just for context, just tell people what exactly you do.
Like, there's no other way to put it, gents. Like, I literally just write stories, and I write stories for fun. I've never really wanted it to be a 9 to 5.
Okay.
It's literally like my focal point has always been human beings and emotions, right? So, which is why you've also used this line on me. People call me Drake. Which is crazy because
Drake.
No, like, I know. Literally never call me Drake. And I'm just like, why? I mean,
that's was a hot trees. But he has a good play on words.
Your take, like, someone actually commented on one of my shows.
Let's say you were to be hired by SABC.
Okay.
Gosh, for SABC 1, right?
I was thinking SABC 2, but SABC 1.
Either one or 3, either one.
Or ETV.
Was Panama soap basically.
I would actually do that. I would actually do that.
Actually, he's written like about the stories that was since 2012. Coming back to this thing of copyright, intellectual property, he's had work stolen. Posted stuff on social media.
Then someone
cut off his name. Then they make it like
they sort of like crop it.
Abanye, they take it, they put it on their t-shirts.
And when you look at it, like, yo, hey, whoa.
Hey, but manje futhi bazobaba ukuthi proof ika ukuthi hayi copyright. So I want to like copyrights, intellectual property, it goes in trademarking, it goes in every creative space. No matter what, visual.
This is another thing that I like about MENZI, like, because you were one of the few people who actually brought this up.
Yeah.
And in my head, I was like, wait, but like, I thought you just go there and like you do your thing. It turns out that there's actually more to Ngobalento, in as much as you never really want to admit it, but it business, like it puts
that is the royalties and everything else that follows.
It's all good and well, like writing, it's all good and well, like but like and funding, like you all need to eat.
Yeah.
And I feel like art can actually do that for you. Like you can actually even umsebenzi. But now the problem is when people talk about art being umsebenzi, they always go back to like something that I enjoy doing for fun, which is a mood lift. Like it nourishes your spirit. So if it becomes umsebenzi, it's just like, okay, so like what are you doing now? Like do you really love
just doing this for the money?
You know what I'm saying? Like and people start to question you. Who's now, but okay, like why am I doing this? You know what I'm saying? Like because people always talk about the industry, they'll always talk about industry cats, but like if it becomes umsebenzi, like how then do you deal with it? I think her name is Uzamo. She's I don't know if she still does art.
The designer.
Yeah, she still does. That's
she creates a post. Then when she comes back, like boom, with like so much creative stuff says it, but like in terms of
there's always like a structure to it.
Even coming back to the question of what do you actually do exactly. I'm a visual artist. But I specialize in portraits. Okay, I'm not saying I specialize because I do a lot of different arts. So I'm a visual artist, I draw, I paint. That's basically a lot of the work that I do. Coming back to copyrights, people can steal my images and then manipulate your idea.
Yes.
When they take it back and they're like, okay, he's using these mediums, he's using charcoal, he's using paints, he's using. Then
so we'll see that and
because the scene, from my perspective, abantu they chasing what sells. So abantu bazofuna a lot of artists they want to make art that sells because we live in a capitalist society but the story of copyright is so broad in but I was just touching on that so you understand the it doesn't just apply in writing, it applies in all different spheres. So to like even the industry, because the industry makes a lot of money. But where does the money go? The arts industry.
But like I like that. Where does the money go?
Where does the money go? It circulates a corner, and we as black creatives, most importantly, we need to create these platforms or like create these spaces where my artist can.
You mentioned black artists, like
yeah.
Okay, I understand that, like because I've known you for all over 10 years now. Like you've always been pro-black.
Pro-black.
Yeah, like this is something like as an artist, like when because you have conversations now, but do you usually those conversations that you have with people? Do you usually take those into like when you go home, like I talks to Smith around the corner, I talks to Tandega. The conversations that you have with the band, do you sort of like do what I do? Now, let's say if you've got something in mind and you just had a conversation, do you sometimes take that like, okay, as in like, let me just start something, let me just start working on something, and because this is what I do. Like, does it sort of like work in the same way with you? Like, even though when you don't write.
Yeah, naturally, it's the same even for my musicians because for me, I picture everything that I see or in my mind as an artwork. Even conversations now, they bring about certain imagery that you can use. As namhlanje, Joa to just having a conversation, with Smith or someone. Then we're just talking about socio-economic issues as a space in the community. Not was a bit deep, my sisters, I'm not saying like that conversation,
like STIs.
Yeah, would you?
What you doing? I guess, yeah.
But like you can, I like to create. Okay, a lot of the work that I've created, mine is just commercial. Everything is just for people. It's just sold. So I have my own ideas, that I keep aside. But the point that I'm making is that I am able to create art pieces that speak about such stories. For example, there's some pieces in our hands for the Porcheston Library where we're promoting reading. The character that I created, do not and those people, like the images I was showing there is about promoting reading.
There's literally Unontle is literally reading
a book. Every picture that I draw.
It's self-explanatory.
Oh, here's a question. Now that you're actually leaning into that side, I wanted to know what do you think of comic books? People don't.
Comic books. Comic books are the best way. That's what actually introduced me. You remember Super Strikers?
Never mind Super Strikers. Remember Biker? It's a 1996 cartoon. I don't know if you get. They actually turned it into a comic. Biker Mice from Mars was really, but here's the thing, like because here's the thing. Biker Mice from Mars for me, there was like a spark that went off in my head, like that is. But here's the thing, here's the thing, like it introduced me to like a different world. Biker Mice, literally Biker Mice on scooters, bro. From Mars, and the English
biker?
Biker mice from Mars.
Mice.
From Mars.
Undan.
Literally. And here's the thing, and you can literally Google it, Biker Mice from Mars. And at that time, because we were privileged to a certain extent, whereby we had a TV. So Omar could actually come over. No, we didn't have M-Net. I remember over 6.
The free one.
Yeah. But Tinage, we had Biker Mice from Mars. We had a TV. Biker Mice. Gave me this idea that
it makes you. But creates a question.
Yes. But it introduced me to a different world. Reading did that. So when I saw that, it introduced me to comics. Then I was like, no, but I can do this. It took me a while because I wasn't really sure how to go about it. Because I literally said to myself okay, maybe they've taken all the words. That's literally what it was like. They've taken all the words. Now, what am I going to create? And then, this was early 2000s. When I with DBZ, and I was also fascinated by Peppa Pig for some reason. And then you said Super Strikers.
Super Strikers.
Everyone had a comic.
That was the eye opener for me.
MENZI used to draw all those things in class.
I love them, yeah.
Yes. Since the English line, we had to have. We had to have MENZI class.
You know what you don't know. And this is gonna.
You know what you don't know, ne?
Listen, hear me out. I remember, I was a big fan of wrestling, So I was trying to draw because I was really fascinated by Brock Lesnar, so I was like, okay, but I was like, what the fuck am I doing here? But if you say that's how MENZI started, but I'm saying he started just randomly.
I met MENZI in grade 8, but he started drawing, I think 2005, 6.
How old were you?
2002.
2?
Yeah.
Grade 2?
Grade 2 was 8.
Oh, Lord, Daige.
So you knew that this is what you wanted to do?
I only knew...
Matric.
I only knew... even in matric, I was like, hey, Bob.
Because your parents were telling you to do...
I was IT. But I was fortunate enough so coming back to the question of comic books and the importance of one of it, they actually make it easier for one to start engaging Funda because you are fascinated by it and also the literature. It helps you read the story. I think also that the culture of not reading comic books has an impact on actually encouraging people.
It's just that now, when I mean, like everyone is just on
comic books
socials.
it is.
Like
Yeah, we're
like,
stuck between social media and reality these days.
So it's rare.
That's what's the
Like here's the
problem.
thing. Like MENZI has been to my apartment a couple of times. There's literally. And like my mom was like, "When I can't Chongo." Chongo was my first name. It's like when I can't. I was like Andy phone TV. And I literally took my TV stand and converted it into a book stand because then well no that's crazy. I'm okay with that. But because I know that this is on net alone in the long run. Like no, just let me know and don't bring my book back with donkey ears.
No,
Not
You know,
you know what's crazy.
And coffee
I remember-
stains.
Yeah, coffee stains.
Yeah, all the everyone does that. But like I remember saying to any guys like, "There's a book that I want to give you, you know, like what's with you in books, bro? Like some day and or some your pose." I was like, "No,
Yeah.
there's a book that I want to give you." I was like, "Okay, you know what?" It turns out that I don't know how I had money in that book. But it turns out that I actually put 200 rand in that and I forgot all about it because
Imagine.
Benzo nigga and I actually posted this. I'm not gonna say it.
Well, she missed out on a
I
blessing.
I actually posted it. I was like, hey, when you see her, tag her. It's like I want to turn and I'm saying like that or it's not working. Because like I remember like it was I won't say it was a bookmark, but like I just wanted her to read about so it's like no, that's time lines away, get born in it. So like that whole thing with you and books. So serious. Serious
The fuck?
about what?
The fuck?
I won't say any names, but serious about what? So like when I told her this, like, and never mind the 200 rand.
Mr. I'm a good dude, man.
I really wanted to say that.
Nah, I said it for you, bro.
But I was like, hey, you know what? I was like, okay, well, I was like, but because I'm petty, I was like, let me just go and post this. I was like, hey, Minimbona, you know that song as well. Minimbona, please ninja with some kumbula na much. That's how it goes, right?
Yeah.
So like with that, I actually posted it. I was like, it's THANDO, like yo, dude. I was trying to. I wouldn't say I was trying to convert her into Pokemon. I just wanted her to
Be part of
see.
it. Understand what's in this things in my interest circle is.
Because no, yeah, no, like
That's what she do.
for her, like say writing, whoa, like she does read.
Does she read now? Can she even read?
I don't know. You'll have to ask her when you say I'll ask her. But
Shots fired.
Now she's just I don't know, man. She's just big on social media, and I think that's
No,
what you're
Malus.
saying. MENZI, please.
And you
So-
are see.
But like, shots fired, yeah. But yeah, like I think it's what you were saying, and I'm like,
But even I like the question of comic books and its relevance because it fuses visual and literature.
Yeah.
And
Literally.
design.
Literally.
Yeah, bro. So like we must cultivate that.
Yeah, but why aren't you like creating comic books? You are a person that comes from an era of comic books. Why aren't you creating comic books?
No, it's just that
That's
I
it.
won't say it's difficult.
Here's
But-
my opinion.
Yeah.
You have the storyline, he's got the art.
Exactly.
I was getting at that.
Oh.
Benz and I have actually done that. If you go to Instagram, so many of my posts.
What's your handle?
Okay, the group handle is Rights Creatives.
Right,
It still exists.
Still some.
It's just that people actually ask me like, guys, it's a new poster in 2018. But Basabon ba Men's as well. I still write my heart out.
Who's a pain?
Yeah.
Well, no, you know what?
Guilty as charged.
Guilty. Listen, I remember like in Sakhalisi Park when I'm MENZI, whenever I'd feel like diabhala gogo,
Yeah.
like I'd always go and buy a bottle of wine. I know, but okay, namhlanje ndindawo. I'm just gonna drink some wine. I'd write 7 chapters. Let's say a chapter is like 1.5, 2,000 words.
Aye.
It really depends on.
Your best don't
Dude,
know what
it really depends.
What? This guy.
I've been writing.
Yo, I need you in my corner.
This guy is.
Ima,
I mean, how much
Bala,
material was stolen?
Dude, like when I went to Durban, it was literally this kwama.
Also,
Yeah.
this whole page. What
Yeah.
It was literally two or
manuscripts.
three manuscripts. Now, ezinye bese phone, but
Yeah.
obviously I'm not about to.
Lost my
all of
phone
that.
as well, of course.
And then there
Okay.
was that.
Wait, are you still writing?
I used to write my heart out. I write.
Okay.
If you ask about me, it's
Do you have
it's
a scanner?
What's your favorite?
Wait. Do you have a scanner?
Scanner house? No, I don't know.
Printer?
Nope.
Okay, you should get a printer, then you should get a scanner. Then you should save
Did I
your
say
work.
what's a scanner? Yeah. Okay.
No facial expression. It's fine. It's fine. So you should scan your work. Uyigcine as a digital copy. For those reasons.
PDFs, but like
Yes.
into a phone.
Yes.
My file cloud.
Yes, my file with cloud, no me file phone or distribute it much more easier.
But here's the thing: you never really think what
No, Pella.
where.
That happened.
Yeah, that was sort of like the reality behind it.
was like, yes!
You know, when people say shit happens,
Yeah.
no, that she.
It was like, yes, moment.
And they're like, oh, okay, well, I see. Like, I can. You are you familiar with the Book of Rhymes by Nas? Una see his
album.
no, it's of
The song.
God's Son, but like there's a song titled
song.
Book of Rhymes. On that song, I don't know if he's literally just in the studio, just going through old manuscripts, but like when I heard that song, it was like 2002.
Yo.
When I heard this song, I was like, at that time, I was familiar with poetry, but I didn't really know how to put together a sentence. But it's just and that's a different thing. Like if I'm just writing, then this is just something that, you know, that I'm writing. So with that song, like I can only imagine, actually, you know, if I could rap though. If I could recite.
Have you written songs?
No. Like
I
that's,
think he hasn't given it a chance.
I haven't given it a chance. Yeah, I need to
Okazi ngufaka studio kuthiwa bhala iculo la noma ulala.
ever. Someone came up with that idea.
Think you got the rhythm though?
I don't know.
He has never tried.
He's yet to find out.
Ulindo said to me, the woman so Mapanit, he said to me, like, just get in the fucking studio and just see. Baba, your dudes, Lapa, or Honest in Us, they were doing this, or they are doing this. You like Lupe Fiasco. Why don't you give it a try? Because Lupe Fiasco started.
That's alright.
He started reciting his poetry. Then he realized that he dropped an album, I think the Great American Rap Album Part 2. One of the verses on the song was actually the verse of the year. So like he started off with poetry, and then everyone was like, no, you can also give it a try.
Yes.
That's if you experiment, then you don't know if it's gonna take you.
Bongabhalela amapiano nje, you wouldn't be broke.
Piano.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Hold up. I'm not a hater, right?
Yes.
No, me myself, I'm a musician, right?
Yes.
Fine, sharp. But khona mfethu umuntu umuzwa ukuthi he says he's a wordsmith.
Yes.
I think his words would be wasted. Because what could you possibly
Mapiano.
say on a